Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving deep into the future of payments, banking, and compliance.
Um, Especially for our B2B listeners.
Yeah, you've got stacks of info on all this stuff, and we are here to help you extract those golden nuggets.
Oh, there's some real gems in here.
Right.
Yeah, we're talking about how on-chain tech like blockchain is merging with traditional banking to create this hybrid world.
It's a hybrid world.
Yeah.
And it's full of opportunity.
Full of opportunities.
So get ready for some aha moments.
Uh-huh.
Because this isn't just theory.
Yeah.
It's about practical takeaways.
Absolutely.
For your business.
Like take on-chain transactions, for example.
Okay.
You already know they're known for their immutability.
Right.
Which is incredible for security and transparency.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we could apply that same concept to traditional contracts?
Now that you mention it, I did see something about that in the research.
Mm-hmm.
Legal tech solutions making waves.
Exactly.
Is that which works for our contracts?
Yes.
Hmm.
They're being used more and more to streamline agreements,
Okay.
making them faster, more secure, and practically tamper-proof.
Like tamper-proof. Okay.
But think about the efficiency and cost savings that could bring to your B2B contracts.
Yeah. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. Actionable insights.
Yes.
But let's talk about open banking.
Okay.
It keeps popping up in these articles.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wasn't sure what to make of it at first.
I don't blame you.
Really?
It's one of those terms that sounds simple on the surface.
Right.
But it has incredible depth.
Okay.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
What if you could have real-time insight into a customer's finances?
Okay.
With their consent, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Imagine the possibilities
Okay.
for streamlining KYC processes,
Okay.
making risk assessments more accurate,
Uh-huh.
even personalizing financial products.
You're right. It is a bit of a game changer when you put it like that.
It is.
And it's not just about faster onboarding.
Right?
It's about fraud prevention, too, right?
It's huge.
I saw something about AI using open banking data to flag suspicious transactions.
Absolutely. We're talking about AI algorithms analyzing real-time financial data
Wow.
to identify red flags that traditional systems might miss.
Right.
This kind of sophisticated fraud detection could be huge for B2B transactions,
Yeah,
especially with increasing online payment fraud these days.
for sure. This is really painting a picture here
Yeah.
of how powerful this merging of technology can be.
Yeah.
But with all this talk about AI and automation, I
Mhm.
can't help but wonder,
Yeah.
where does that leave the humans?
Right.
Are we all just going to be pushing buttons?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And honestly, it's something that the research really emphasized.
Okay.
Look, AI is great at handling massive amounts of data,
Yeah.
spotting patterns,
Mm-hmm.
making things more efficient.
Right.
But it's not about replacing humans altogether.
Okay.
It's about creating a powerful synergy
Okay.
between human expertise and AI's capabilities.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of expertise,
Right.
one thing that stood out to me was the importance of human judgment,
Yes.
especially when it comes to things like crisis management and regulatory changes.
Exactly. Those are the situations where you need more than just data analysis.
Right.
You need experience, intuition,
Okay.
the ability to interpret subtle cues
Mm-hmm.
and make judgment calls based on a deep understanding
Yeah.
of your industry and the ever-changing regulatory landscape.
You can't automate common sense.
Exactly.
Like I saw this great example in one of the articles
Okay.
about a high-value transaction.
Right.
AI flagged it as potentially risky
Yeah.
because it originated from a region known for financial crime.
Okay.
But a human expert was able to step in and see the bigger picture.
Right.
Turned out it was a legitimate payment for a government-approved project.
There you go.
You see?
That's a perfect illustration.
Yeah.
AI sees the anomaly, but humans see the context. And that ability to connect the dots, to understand the nuances that AI might miss,
Right.
that's where human judgment remains absolutely critical.
It's like AI is the super sleuth who gathers all the evidence.
Yes.
But you still need a seasoned detective to crack the case.
Exactly.
And speaking of detective work, what about those DAOs?
Yeah.
Decentralized autonomous organizations.
Yes.
They seem to be popping up everywhere these days.
They are.
How do they fit into all of this?
DAOs are a fascinating example of this convergence of technology and human oversight.
Okay.
Imagine a B2B marketplace structured as a DAO.
Oh.
You've got AI monitoring transactions, flagging anything suspicious.
Right.
Now, let's say there's a large transaction flagged due to anonymity.
Okay.
The AI doing its job raises a red flag.
Right. I bet this is where a human comes in to save the day again.
Precisely.
Okay.
This is where a human compliance expert steps in, analyzes the DAO's governance protocols, traces the transaction history, and ultimately understands that within the context of this specific DAO, the transaction is legitimate. It's all about understanding the nuances that an AI might not be equipped to grasp.
This is so fascinating.
It is fascinating.
So it's not just about having AI, it's about having AI that's working in tandem with human expertise.
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to compliance and risk management.
Especially.
Now, there was another tech buzzword in the research that I wanted to ask you about, LLMs.
Okay.
Everyone seems to be talking about them.
Right.
But what's their role in all of this?
Think of LLMs as your super-powered research assistants.
Okay.
They can analyze mountains of legal documents, compliance regulations, anything text-based.
Right.
And instantly pull out the most important points.
Okay.
Imagine trying to manually review hundreds of pages of compliance documents.
Yeah.
An LLM could do that in minutes, highlighting key clauses and potential risks.
Okay, so it's like having a super-powered intern who can summarize those dense reports for you.
Right.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
But you wouldn't hand over the keys to the castle just yet.
Exactly. LLMs are incredible at analyzing information.
Right.
But they can't actually act on that information in the real world.
Okay.
That's where AI agents come in.
Okay.
They're like the ones who take those summarized insights and turn them into action.
So let me guess.
Yeah.
The LLM flags a potential compliance issue buried in a contract.
Right.
And the AI agent automatically cross-checks it with the latest regulations.
Yes.
And maybe even flags it for a human to review.
You got it.
Okay.
It's about creating a seamless workflow.
Right.
Where each piece of technology plays to its strengths.
Okay.
Ultimately leading to better, faster, and more informed decisions for your business.
This all sounds amazing.
It is.
But it also sounds like a lot to integrate.
Sure.
Where does a company even start with all of this?
That's a question a lot of businesses are grappling with.
Yeah.
And thankfully, the research offered a really practical approach.
Okay.
Phased integration.
Phased integration.
Yeah, you don't have to overhaul everything overnight.
So instead of ripping off the Band-Aid,
right,
we're talking about dipping our toes in the water first.
Exactly. Start with something manageable.
Okay.
Maybe automate identity verification using blockchain.
Okay.
Once you've got that down, explore using smart contracts for a specific type of agreement.
Right.
It's about building confidence and expertise gradually.
Don't try to boil the ocean, as they say.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the future of payments, banking, and compliance, what's the biggest takeaway for our B2B listeners?
The future of finance is hybrid.
Okay.
A fusion of on-chain and off-chain systems.
Right.
The key is to understand the strengths of each.
Okay.
And leverage them strategically to optimize your business.
Right.
Think efficiency, cost savings, new opportunities, and of course, a laser focus on security and compliance.
It's not about just surviving this wave of innovation. It's about riding it to success.
Ride that wave.
And remember, this deep dive was just a glimpse. Into this evolving world.
It's evolving quickly.
We encourage you to explore the source materials we've provided and uncover even more insights that will help your business thrive in this new era of finance.
Absolutely. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and as always, keep diving deep.
Until next time.